who the hell is the advisor to the Kenyan government? Family, Kenyans are angry. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. In Kenya, the youth are angry. It looks like the Kenyan government enjoy giving pain to the youth, especially the struggling ones. It looks like they enjoy it when the youth hit the street with pain and they're angry and talking. I mean, it looks like our government enjoy it. When the youth are angry, then they're like, yeah, it pain them. I don't know who have been advising the Kenya government, but I want to say this, that guy needs to be fired. Oh, lovely family, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. If you're already here, I beg you, hit the like button. Let's move forward. The Kenya government has just pulled out some crazy, very, very crazy tax on their citizens. This tax target the gamblers. I mean, people who bet and all that. It is not just a normal tax, lovely people. This is completely a different thing altogether. What is happening in Kenya right now is that the government has just introduced a new tax that makes gamblers or people who bet, they lose money even when you don't win. Yes, you heard me right. Whether you win or you lose, the government will take a cut. It doesn't make sense, right? I'll explain to you. Because this new policy make the youth very angry on the street, and the economic experts in the country are even warning the government that, hey, this particular tax, this replacement you are making, it is going to push the young people who are betting away from the legal betting platforms and land them into the underground market, to platforms that don't pay tax, illegal ones. The government don't want to listen because they are after the people. The people's money. Anyway, let's break this whole thing down in simple terms. With just 4 segments, you understand everything. What exactly this new law says, why the government did it, why the gamblers are so angry. Is it because just it is the tax, or it is the nature of the tax? And what this actually means to Kenya's economy, because the whole thing is connected to the economy of Kenya. So here's the story. The Kenya government has passed a new finance act for 2025. You know, Kenya, when it comes to tax issue, the government are thought by this time they will learn, because of tax, there was the biggest demonstration against you. Parliament were bent because of tax in Kenya. And today you are coming out with one of the craziest things. Anyway, let's move forward. Now, inside this new law in Kenya, there is a new rule for the betting and gaming industry. Before, Kenya had something they call 20% tax on winnings. That means if you want to bet, let's say you made 10,000 shillings, the government would take 20% of that win, which is 2,000 shillings. But if you didn't win, no tax is taken. Simple, right? Even that one, there is a big problem with it. Taxing gamblers, to me, is a problem, family. Because this is how the thing works. Before the person will win that 10,000 shillings, maybe in the space of some few weeks and all that, the person gamble, like spend money on gambling like 15,000 shillings maybe, and lose all the money, and one day the person just win 10,000 shillings and you are taxing the money. How about the losses that the person made? No. So it is not actually a winning in betting, but it is just a way of, I don't know how to put it, but it is not a winning. Because before you win, you lose a lot of money before winning one, and then the government will come for you. So the government and the people, they are gambling together. This new rules in Kenya change everything. The old rule is being removed completely. The 20% tax is being removed completely. Now, lovely family, instead of the government taxing your winnings, now the government is going to take 5% of every withdrawal you make from your betting account, whether you win or not. So let's say you deposit 10,000 shillings into your account, and then you place a few bets, and maybe you lose some and you didn't even win at all. But at the end of the day, you decide that, okay, I'm not winning, so let me just withdraw the remaining of my money. Maybe it is left with 800 shillings. That is your own money. You didn't make any profit on the money, family. You just want to withdraw your money. Guess what? You will be taxed 5%, meaning you are not going to get exactly the 800 shillings. You will be getting 760 shillings back. Your own money, no profit. How crazy! So you are losing money for withdrawing your own money. That is why our brothers in Kenya are angry. They are furious on the street. They say, what do you mean? It doesn't make any sense. It is not an income. This is exploitative. You understand? Now, you might be asking, why would the government do this? Or what is the reason why the government did this? Simple. The answer is simple. Money. Kenya's betting industry is one of the biggest in Africa, in case you don't know. In 2024, the government made about 5.4 billion shillings in tax revenue just from betting. But with this new rule, lovely people, the government is expected to make around 11.4 billion shillings, nearly double the money. So if you are a normal average person in Kenya and they say, oh, the betting right now, the tax from 20% is now 5%, you're going to be like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. You understand? You feel like it's reduction. No, it cut across everywhere. They are taxing you double because you're winning. They are taxing you. You are withdrawing your own money. They are taxing you. And the government give explanation, and then according to the government, they believe that this particular 5% withdrawal tax is easier to collect and harder to avoid. So some government officials say this is going to fund development project and reduce tax evasion in the gambling sector. This is the excuse. You want to take the money to do project, you are not going to see the project. So now the government is looking at it differently. The citizens are also looking at it differently. According to the citizen, this is an easy way for the government to take money from the poor, from people already struggling with unemployment and the rising cost of living. The people don't have work to do, and they are gambling to survive, and that one too is 50-50. You are chopping me, I'm chopping you, and the government come in. So the government and the people, they are betting together. Somebody is doing the hard work, somebody is taking easy, because you have to use your money to gamble, to risk your money. When it is gone completely, the government is not part of it. When you win, they come for it. If you don't win, you say, okay, let me withdraw my money to go. They come for it. Everywhere you pass, the government is after you. The government is after the struggling people. Instead of focusing on creating job for these people, they want to actually join them in the job they are doing, which is, let's say, gambling, to take their money. Even if they don't win our own money, it doesn't make a sense, man. Across social media and the street of Nairobi, the people are very angry. You see, the thing is funny, you understand? You don't be offended that I'm laughing, but it's funny. According to gamblers, this is a greedy move by the government, and who knows? These people can hit the street anytime. We don't know, but that is Kenya for you. We can expect, you will be expecting everything. Be expecting. And some of the people on the street were interviewed. This is what one of them said. We already pay tax when we deposit. We pay when we win. And now when we withdraw, the government just wants to take a piece of everything. And you know what? That is true. That is the nonsense part of it. Kenya already has other taxes on betting. There is a 5% excise duty on every deposit you make into a betting wallet in Kenya. Just deposit. So when you deposit money, you pay tax. When you withdraw money, you pay tax. When you win money, you pay tax. When you lose, it's on you. It doesn't concern us. We leave it to your fate. Go and get another money. When you are bringing the money you are depositing, we will take. If you win, we will take. If you say, okay, I don't want to bet. The matches, Man United want to frustrate my life. Let me withdraw my money. We will come for you. But if you lose there, you are on your own. So the only aspect where you can avoid the tax is when you lose and then you are on your own. This is crazy, man. Now, this is where the Kenyan government is not listening. The experts and economists are also warning the government that this policy is going to backfire. How? They say the government might end up losing money instead of gaining it. What is going to happen in the process that many gamblers could stop using regulated platforms, that is the legal betting apps that pay taxes, and they'll move to underground or illegal sites that don't report withdrawals. And that is going to mean less tax collection, not more, as the government predicts. Because when people feel overtaxed, they find a way around the system. So this new rule automatically is going to push more Kenyans away from the legal betting apps. That is how it's going to backfire. And that is completely going to hack the government's prediction. There is one particular thing about our leaders. I don't know how many of you notice. When they are going after taxing the people, they don't reason around, checking all the analysis and checking fact and the negative effect and nothing. No. They just go straight. They are after their money. Now, Survivor family, let's zoom out a little bit. This is not just about betting, This is just about how African governments are trying to raise money in tough economic crisis. Kenya, like many African countries, Kenya is facing debt, inflation, and pressure from the international lenders. like the IMF. So instead of increasing taxes on big corporations, the government are finding ways, or they are finding quick ways to get money from the public, from the struggling ones, through mobile money fees, fuel levies, and now betting withdrawals. It doesn't make sense. And this is actually becoming a trend across Africa. If you compare Kenya right now, this situation in Kenya to other African countries. Recently in Ghana, the former government decided to tax the betting community. But for them, it is just only for the winning. When you win, we come for your money. If you lose, you are on your own. If you withdraw your own money, that is for you. But if you win there, we are all going to share the money. So the government and the people, they are in the betting business. It takes the new government of John Dramani Mahama to come and say, no, this is completely nonsense. It doesn't make any sense. And the Mahama government, immediately they came to office, one of the things they target is the betting. They scrap it out. Nigeria also is facing the same thing. And when you go to South Africa, only operators are taxed, not the players directly. The people who are betting, and they are not taxing them. The operators are being taxed. So Kenya's new system that they just pull out is one of the toughest in Africa right now, because it taxes even the players' own deposits. Now everyone is watching to see what is going to happen in Kenya next, because we know the Kenyan youth, these people, they can pull out anything. The government, we don't know whether they are going to stand on this policy firmly, or the anger on the street is going to make them to review it, because some lawyers are even preparing to challenge the tax in court. They say no, the tax goes against fair taxation principles. Since the new rule is taxing the people's own money and not their income, this is simply armed robbery. I don't understand the reason why when our leaders are looking for money, they often target the easy sources. The young people, small traders, mobile money users, now gamblers. Instead of our government to tax the rich multinationals or fixing their corruption leaks, keep squeezing the young people, pressing their neck. Oh my goodness, this is sad. I don't think Kenyan youth are going to accept this, because they are angry. Kenyan youth, they are angry on the street. When you see them, they are talking on social media, they are wild, and be watching the street of Kenya. These guys can pull anything out. I'm pleading with the Kenyans to take it easy with the government. Talk to your government, negotiate amicably. We don't want problem on the street this time again. Anyway, lovely people, that is the latest from Kenya. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you're not part of the family, be part of the family. See you in the next episode. Respect. Bye.